Good evening. Here is the news at 6. First, the highlights. Lagos State government urges parents, students, guardians to disregard publication on cut-off marks for Lagos State model colleges upgraded schools. Kano State European Union partner on education renewable energy. On the foreign scene, Mongolia Prime Minister resigns after social media photos of son's lavish lifestyle sparks anti-corruption investigation. And sport players, officials of Super Eagles arrive Moscow to hold first training session ahead friendly match against Russia. Now the details. I am Taiwo Baruwa. Permanent Secretary, Ministry of Basic and Secondary Education, Abisola Tokunwa-Digbite, has called on parents, students and guardians whose wards or candidates participated in the Model College's CBT examination screening test to disregard any publication trending on social media lately that cut-off marks required for any of the school state Model College's upgraded schools have been released. She describes the publication as fictitious and fraudulent for insinuating that candidate who scored the required cut-off marks of 50% at any of the state model colleges upgraded junior secondary schools will be offered merit admission upon decision by the examinations board. Tokunwa-Digbite said the purported publication and the content are fake, fraudulent, and did not emanate from the state government or any of its agencies. The Permanent Secretary advised those seeking admission into the state model colleges upgraded schools to watch out for official announcement from appropriate quarters of the state government. The Lagos State chapter of the All Progressives Congress APC has inaugurated a reconciliation committee to resolve all conflicts, discontentment and dissatisfaction in the aftermath of its primaries for the emergence of candidates for the forthcoming local government elections. The APC, in a statement signed by Lagos APC spokesperson Seyi Oladejo, says there have been pockets of protest over the outcome of the primaries and a number of petitions to the appeal committee. It says the party, after receiving and considering a report of the appeal committee, resolved to activate its internal mechanism for conflict resolution and reconciliation to ensure going into the elections as a united force. The committee has been decentralized for ease of operation and to deliver on its mandate on time. The Lagos East Senatorial District is headed by Latifi Birogba. Lagos Central Senatorial District headed by former Deputy Governor of Lagos State, Sarah Shoson. Lagos West 1 District Senatorial District, Bode Oyedele, and the Lagos West 2 Senatorial District by Tiwa. Chairman Cornelius Ojalabi acknowledged the wealth of experience of the committee members whose membership cuts across various interests in the party. He admonished them to be painstaking and assured that all aggrieved members are pacified and assured of better days ahead in a united party. The committee has been given 2 weeks to turn in its report. Special advisor to the Lagos State Governor on Media, Gwega Koshile, has called on media practitioners to embrace technology, emphasizing the need to understand and adapt digital tools to stay relevant in the evolving media landscape. Akoshile stated this during the opening ceremony of the Ministry of Information and Strategy retreat. Was the theme Image Management in a Digital Contemporary World. He noted that digital tools have transformed the way information is created, shared and consumed, urging media professionals to go beyond mere adoption of technology and actively master its use to remain relevant in today's fast-evolving media landscape. Also at the event, the Permanent Secretary of the Ministry of Information, Olumide Shogunle, in his welcome address, congratulated the ministry on the successful completion of the 2025 ministerial press briefing. He encouraged stakeholders to continue promoting the image of the Lagos State government through positive publications, urging them to use the platform as an opportunity to enhance their skills and adapt a more professional approach to communication. Now to the rest of the stories. The Kano State government has expressed readiness to deepen its partnership with the European Union in the areas of education, renewable energy and other sectors critical to human development. Governor Abba Yusuf stated this when he received the EU ambassador to Nigeria and ECOWAS Gautier Mignot at the government house in Kano. Yusuf appreciated the EU for selecting Kano as the host of the first ever study in Europe Fair on the African continent, describing the gesture as a sign of the Union's confidence in the state's potential. He noted that his administration had recorded significant achievement in various sectors over the last 2 years and called for EU support in the implementation of the state development blueprint. In his remarks, Mignot said the visit was aimed at exploring areas of collaboration with the state government, especially in education, the digital economy, and youth development. He added that the delegation would visit some completed and ongoing EU-funded digital economy projects in the state and engaged with relevant stakeholders on youth-focused initiatives. The Ogun Traffic Compliance and Enforcement Corps Trace has warned motorists against drunk driving and reckless to minimize road crashes during the Sala celebrations. Ijoko Unit's commander of Trace, Demitokwe Oseni, said the warning became necessary to prevent unnecessary loss of lives during the Eid al-Kabir celebrations. She noted that motorists were used to flouting traffic rules and regulations, especially during festive periods, thus resulting in road crashes. Oseni warned drivers to desist from taking intoxicating substances that could affect their sense of reasoning negatively, ensure that their vehicles are in good condition, and plan their journeys to prevent traveling at night because of poor visibility. She also enjoined market women to desist from placing their goods on the roads to prevent being rammed by vehicles. The federal government has been urged to constitute a multi-sectorial technical committee to proffer permanent solution to the challenges of hospital-based malnutrition in the country. This call was made at the pre-event press conference by the West African Society of Parenteral and Enteral Nutrition, WASPEN, and the National Hospital Abuja ahead the 2025 Clinical Nutrition Conference. President of WASPEN, Theresa Pound, underscored the importance of identifying the gaps, collaborating and producing specialized treatment plans in response to malnutrition, especially among vulnerable patient groups such as children and surgical cases. According to Pound, the forthcoming conference, Bridging the Gap, Integrating Hospital and Community Malnutrition Care in Developing Countries, will gather health professionals, policymakers, and institutional leaders to addressing malnutrition using a team-based approach. Mahmoud, who was represented by the chairman of the Medical Advisory Committee, Isiaka Lawal, noted that an enteral nutrition support is already in place in the hospital, and the new partnership with WASPEN will help expand this capacity. In foreign news now, Mongolia Prime Minister Lufsanamarain Oin Erdene has resigned after social media photos of his son's lavish lifestyle sparked an anti-corruption investigation and weeks of mass protest. Oin Erdene, who has denied wrongdoing, lost a confidence vote in parliament. The viral photos purported to show his son and the son's girlfriend flaunting a black deer shoulder bag and several shopping bags while on their engagement holiday. Local media reported that the country's anti-corruption body had been looking into their finances, and protesters questioned how the family could afford such luxurious living. Hundreds of protesters, many of them young people, had been taken to the street for 2 weeks before the vote, demanding the Prime Minister's resignation. He has rejected allegations of corruption, accusing critics of launching or smear campaign against him. According to Transparency International, Mongolia has seen a worsening corruption since Iron Erden came into power. In sport now, players and officials of the Super Eagles of Nigeria on Monday arrived in Moscow for their international friendly against Russia. According to the team's media officer, Promise Afoge, the players arrived in Moscow in different batches. The Super Eagles will tonight hold their first training ahead of the game Friday. Number of withdrawals and injuries to some players has forced head coach Eric Chile to alter his list for the game. Friday's encounter is the largest football stadium in Russia and the 9th largest in the whole of Europe. And that's it on the news at 6. But just before we go, maintain adequate distance from the vehicle ahead of you to avoid collision. You can follow us and like all our various social media platforms: X at Traffic Radio 961, Facebook Lagos Traffic Radio 96.1 FM, Instagram Lagos Traffic Radio 961. Subscribe and watch our news and programs live on YouTube at Traffic Radio 961. You can also visit our website www.trafficradio961.ng. Did you know that the Sanwo-Olu administration initiated the Lagos State Employability Support Project to address the labor skill gap and unemployment problems? You can get more details on the Lagos State Government website. To end the news, here are the highlights of the major stories. Permanent Secretary, Ministry of Basic and Secondary Education, Abisola Dokumo Adegbite, has called on parents, students, and guardians whose wards or candidate participated in the Model College's CBT examination screening test to disregard any publication trending on social media lately that cut-off marks required for any of the Lagos State Model College's upgraded schools have been released. Kano State's government has expressed a readiness to deepen its partnership with the European Union in the areas of education, renewable energy, and other sectors critical to human development. We also told you that Mongolia's Prime Minister Luvzan Masrein on Erden has resigned after social media photos of his son's lavish lifestyle sparked an anti-corruption investigation and weeks of mass protest. Finally, sport players and officials of the Super Eagles of Nigeria on Monday arrived in Moscow for their international friendly against Russia. For contact with the newsroom, send a message to info@trafficradio961.ng. That ends the news broadcast compiled by Kayode Mafolashiri. I am Taiwo Baruwa. Thank you for listening. Good evening.